My name is Makita Waterman. I'm the CEO of Top Writing Services Incorporated. Today I'm going to be talking to Jodi-Ann Campbell. She is the owner of Malcolm's Choice, an online business directory. We've connected on LinkedIn, we've connected on Instagram. I'm super excited for this chat. I think it's always a great opportunity to chat with entrepreneurs locally. Hi, thanks for joining, Vic. And I'm super excited to have Jodi-Ann on the line. The Canada Business Show has been expanding. I've been having different guests on the line, from plumbing to interior design to health, etc. And I'm super excited to have her on the line. So we will wait a bit for Jodi to join us. But if you are an entrepreneur and you are interested in joining the Canada Business Show, we are connected here on this platform. Feel free to send me a message and we can chat to see how we can go about getting you on the show. Typically, I try my best to make these conversations as personal as possible about the business owner, sharing as much information as I can about the individual to allow them to really talk about their story, talk about how they got started in business, etc. Awesome. So I'm going to join Jodi-Ann on the line. The Canada Business Show.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm feeling good today. How's your day?
My day is going really well. I can't complain. Everything's going really well.
That's excellent. Well, thanks for joining the Canada Business Show. I'm glad to have you here. I know that you own an online business directory, so I just wanted to get to know you and talk about how you started your business.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited to be here on the Canada Small Business Show. I heard about you from City's Choice, one of the businesses that I kind of interact with online as well. So I'm really happy to be joining you, and happy to talk about Malcolm's Choice.
Excellent. So I always kind of start up from the beginning. What were you doing before you started your business, Jodi-Ann?
Well, before I started Malcolm's Choice, I really just was in the hospitality industry a lot. I was a server, a bartender. I moved up to being a floor manager after that. After moving out of the hospitality industry, I did some recruiting and I did some business development. So kind of a little bit of a mixed bag there. But most of all, I really like to support Black businesses. So I guess that's kind of where my love for my business came from.
That's awesome. And offline, I know the pandemic has been a little bit different for people, but do you generally have online events in person or online that people should know about?
Well, right now, Malcolm's Choice is featuring a business from our business directory every day of the month on the Charles Matthews Show. So we've partnered with an online podcast. He streams daily at 10 a.m. And so what we're doing is we're featuring one business from our website every day. And kind of like this, they get to talk about their business, talk about their brand and what they have going on. So that's one thing that we have going on right now. And before the pandemic, I really like to meet people in person. For me, it's a little bit harder to operate in the virtual environment just because I really like to just meet people. I like to feel their energy and stuff like that. But aside from that, I'm excited for when we get back to go outside and we have some great events possibly that we will be throwing in the future.
That's excellent. And can you tell us a bit more about the companies that join your online platform?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we do is we focus on helping small Black-owned businesses to kind of be more visible online. When I started my business, what I felt was it was very, very hard. Hey, when I started my business, what I thought it was very, very hard for me to find the businesses that I knew were out there. This journey really started when I was buying a house, and I've always been really conscious about where my money goes and how I'm spending. And I try to support local people, small businesses, and people that look like me. So it was just really hard for me to find a Black home inspector at that time online by searching Google. And I thought it shouldn't be this hard for me to support people that look like me. And so this is the solution that I created. Yeah.
I completely agree with you. I mean, here in Edmonton, I had no idea how much talent and entrepreneurs were out here until the pandemic hit. And then I started spending more time on Instagram, and I'm like, wait a minute. I thought like there were only like 2,000 of us here. And I'm like, no, there's so much more. So I'm really, really happy to know that you're doing that. And it's true. Like, we have this misconception too in our global Black community. I can't say Africa and the Caribbean, but at least here in North America, that you have to drive hours away, or you have to go all the way on the other side of town for somebody. And sometimes it's not true. Like, that person is down the street and they could be doing something from home. So it's great that you're doing that.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Before I started the business, I used to get a lot of products shipped from the States, actually, because I feel like in the States, they kind of started this a little bit before us here in Canada. They started to really plug supporting Black businesses and supporting local businesses as well. But so I used to order like things from Karen's Body Beautiful and Carol's Daughter and stuff like that. And I used to have that shipped across the border instead of using people that are right here. And it was great to find out that there are great local businesses that I can support as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually have a question. I'm just curious because I didn't really know that there were Black-owned like credit unions until like the 90s, when I used to visit my grandmother in Harlem. Mm-hmm. And when she was my mom was like, oh, this bank that we're going to, it's Black-owned and it's in Harlem. And I was like, what? Do you know any Black-owned credit unions or banks in Canada?
Well, I don't know any that are currently operating, but I do know about PACU. It's an acronym. Don't let me not try to butcher the name right now, but it is PACU. If you do, go ahead and search that, and it is going to be, it's the Pan African Credit Union. Okay, so the Pan African Credit Union, and they are, I guess, in their exception phases. So they're starting up. So I'm anticipating that soon we'll be able to have a Black-owned bank in Canada, or credit union.
That would be really good to see.
Yeah.
And I always ask people on the show, I know from a business perspective, COVID has been amazing for some companies and not so good for others. But on a personal note, how are you feeling when the pandemic hit last year? Like, it surprised all of us, but how did you cope? How did you get through that uncertain time last year?
Well, for me, I actually was laid off because I work at the airport, or I worked at the airport in the past tense. So I'm temporarily laid off right now. So for me, a lot of change happened, but I felt that it was a lot of positive change because it did give me a lot of time to focus on my business and my passion and what I was trying to build with Malcolm's Choice. And because of the pandemic, the time that I was then able to kind of revert to spending and focusing on my business, I was able to incorporate Malcolm's Choice in June of 2020. So I'm super excited about that. So I would say a lot of positive things have happened for me on a personal level, but overall, I do want it to end.
Well, that's good. And I can understand how that could feel, overwhelming, but good at the same time. Like, I myself, I had a bit of a different journey. I left Mississauga and I moved here 6 years ago. It wasn't because I couldn't, I was laid off or anything, but I left TD Bank and I just wanted to do what made me happy, which was the journalism. And nothing seemed to stick over there. So I was like literally out of work for 6 months before I moved here, and it just all kind of worked out. Like, I haven't had any issues since then, but I have my freedom and I can pick and choose with companies I work with, which is way more exhilarating than being an employee.
Right? Isn't that what it's all about? Entrepreneurship, that freedom to make the choices that you really want to make. So I love that. I love that story. Thank you.
You're welcome. And what else can we know about you as Jodi-Ann, the person or the business that people wouldn't otherwise know about if they didn't see your website or your Instagram page?
Well, I'm a fun-loving gal. That's something that we can say. I really like to be happy, really like to smile, and I like to spread positive energy. I'm a mother, so maybe some people don't know that. Some people think I look really young, but I'm a mother. I have a 5-year-old son that I spend a lot of time with, and in fact, that's my second favorite thing to do, other than Malcolm's. Well, no, that's my first favorite thing to do. So yeah, there's not that much more to know, but I'm just a happy girl, and I'm here just trying to do my thing. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
And what else? Do you have anything coming up, like a YouTube channel, blogs, newsletters, anything in the grassroots that we need to know about?
Well, so recently what I've done, I was able to acquire 3 new interns. So we're starting to build the Malcolm's Choice team. I think that's so important because I do want to scale my business. Right now, we're focused mainly in the GTA because that's where I live. However, I definitely want to expand and be a nationwide kind of platform that is showcasing Black-owned businesses from British Columbia all the way to Nova Scotia. But so I've started to build the team. I've got 3 new interns. And we're just planning a whole bunch of new activities, new great things for Malcolm's Choice, and really trying to streamline and create systems for my business so that we're able to just serve the businesses better.
I love how you're doing that. You're bringing on interns, they get that experience, and at the same time, you're adding value to the community, showing them a different side that they probably wouldn't have, especially during this uncertain time. And let me see, we have some people on the line. We're open for questions. Jodi-Ann is open to ask your questions about how she started her business, her online business directory, how she's helping the community. Love for this conversation to be as interactive as possible. So don't be shy, everyone.
Yeah.
So glad that everyone's here. You guys should be doing like...
I see Camille there. I see Janice. I think I saw Janice a little bit earlier. So hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the live. Wonderful.
But I have interesting comments here. Let's see. Toronto Black-owned Marketplace said, love Malcolm's Choice. We have Fitness IQ, sorry. Hola.
Hola.
She supports the community. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies. I another secret thing that I love languages. So that's, if you know how to speak any other languages, I love to learn new languages. I try my best to kind of learn how to communicate with people because I love to communicate. So in the past, when I told you I was a restaurant manager, I used to manage a Chinese restaurant. Well, is it Chinese? It was Spring Rolls, if you ever heard of Spring Rolls before. So I used to manage a Chinese restaurant, and so they taught me how to speak and say some things in Mandarin as well. So that's something that I really, really enjoy. So I love to learn things like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyken, thanks for joining. So it's good to see entrepreneurs that follow us here on this platform. Probably going to go in a different direction because I don't kind of want to leave the line just to open it up. What are your thoughts on this whole pandemic and a lot more people opening businesses? I know the stats in the U.S. were like, I don't know if it's still the same thing, but I know in the U.S. Black women actually lead the highest number of entrepreneurs in America, and I'd love to see that in Canada. What do you think the future has in store for like the global or at least the Canadian Black business community?
Well, I definitely think that there's a lot of action and a lot of attention that's being shined on us right now, especially because it's Black History Month as well. But, even from June of last year, I definitely feel a new push and a new desire from the community to really band together and unify and really support each other because I think we realize that the person right next to you that lives down the street, just like you said, is doing amazing things. And sometimes they just need us to support them, share what they have going on, talk about them, and spread the word. And so that's really what Malcolm's Choice is about, us kind of harnessing that word of mouth that we use to recommend to our friends the businesses and things that we love. Just having that social proof for those businesses to say, this business is amazing, they're doing a great job, and I love their products. And sometimes that's all a business needs.
Absolutely. I think there's so much creativity in our community. And it's true, sometimes people just don't have like a website or they have Instagram, but they just don't know how to like showcase themselves. And I thought that Canada Business Show is a great platform to just have all kinds of entrepreneurs on the platform. Yeah. But I would love to see just in Canada, just like the businesses working together. I think the pandemic did a lot for our community. Because I must be very open with you. Before pandemic, my customer base was always white men, white corporate companies and white men. And when the pandemic hit, I was noticing I was getting more customers coming in from our community, which is great. So I just hope that it's not the pandemic that causes us to support each other and buy from each other, that this is like the beginning of greater things to come. That's my hope.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've heard in the past that some business owners, they kind of hid the fact that they were Black, maybe because they felt like they wouldn't be patronized by people outside of the community as much. And I don't think that like me personally, I think that shouldn't be the case. I think that we should kind of flaunt who we are, and the fact that we are Black and that we own businesses and that we're doing incredible and amazing jobs as well. So sometimes there are a lot of misconceptions surrounding kind of Black businesses and us supporting each other. And I want to help to change those misconceptions as well. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. My dad owns a business. I'm going to refer him to your page to set up because there is another Black directory that followed me last summer.
Yeah.
And signed up there. Ask him to sign up for yours too and to pass it along to other entrepreneurs he knows as well.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. We're trying to promote ourselves. We do have our Instagram page that we're talking to you on now. We're on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn as well. I don't know if we're going to do YouTube yet, but honestly, recently with my research, I think that YouTube is definitely a great means to market your business. Those videos kind of live there, and if somebody discovers you a little bit later on, they can always go back and rewatch that content. It always lives there. So I think YouTube is great. I'm doing my research, and as soon as I build up my confidence to make these videos, I think that I might jump onto YouTube for sure.
I think you'd be fabulous. You have a bright personality, and you're very, very passionate. So even if you start to scroll, I'm confident that at some point you'll send me a message and be like, I did it. I'm at 1 million subscribers. So.
That's right. We're speaking it into existence. So I love that. Yeah, 1 million subscribers is coming as well as $1 million. Okay.
Exactly.
That's right. I mean, hey, go for it, Jodi. Thank you, Jodi. Hey, Toronto Black-owned Marketplace. Check them out. They're having a Valentine's Day Black History Market. They, when you go onto the site, you can see a whole bunch of Black businesses there as well, and it takes you directly to their site, and you can buy from them. So I think that's a great initiative. They kind of have one for every season. I love Toronto Black-owned Marketplace too. Yay!
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody investing to the fullest? Exactly.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I got a vision board that I made over here. It stays in my office. It's my little home office here. So it stays in my office. So we always got to keep our vision and our goals in mind. So yes, love it.
Absolutely. And it's a great way also when your mind is going in the wrong direction. You just look at that vision board. It just reminds you why you're alive, why you're here on, your vision and what you need to keep moving towards. So
yeah, for sure. I love that. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Does anyone have any questions? If no one has any questions, it's all good. I'm going to be uploading this on my IGTV. Feel free to watch it from the beginning because some of you kind of came in a little later. And for anybody that's following me, I will tag Jodi Malcolm Choice so you can check her out. Reach out to her if you have any questions. Follow her if you like what you see. And is there anything else that you want to end us off with tonight, Jodi-Ann?
I don't think there's anything in particular I want to end up tonight, but guys, be sure to check out our website, www.malcolmschoice.ca. We are an online Black-owned business directory. We have our website where you can find amazing Black-owned businesses like Empress May, where I got this hair from, Papa Cosmetics, I'm wearing some Papa right now, and a whole bunch of other great Black-owned businesses. So let's support each other, and I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for attending, Jodi-Ann, and thank you for everybody on the show watching us tonight. You guys could be eating, streaming, but you're here with us, and we thank you and appreciate you. And if anyone knows any entrepreneurs that want to be on the Canada Business Show, or you are one, let me know, send me a message, and let's chat. Thank you again, Jodi-Ann.
All right, take care. Have a great night.